Well, good afternoon and welcome to night number 3 of the Candilo Steel City USA Invasion Tour for 2018 here in coal country in the Make Smoking History Collie Speedway. Tonight, in excess of over 27 late models in the pits, and it's sure to be a crackbuster with round number 2 victory of Tyler from New Waverly, Texas, and Jason Fitzgerald from Middleburg, Florida, here to be in what is going to be another epic night of late model racing. Here at the Quick Collie Speedway that's laid here in the same area for the last 46 years. A lot of history at this track, and is only one of the tracks that has run every single Invasion Tour since its inception 7 years ago. Tonight, can we see an Australian finally spank the Yank? Kai Blight and Paul Stubber have been ever so close the last 2 rounds. Blight with 2/3 and Paul Stubber with a 2nd place in the 2nd round. Also some hard luck stories. Ryan Fennick, who blew a motor going into his opening heat race on night number 2. He's back with the help of the Pearson family in HDD Drilling. He's back here tonight. So too is the O-Show from Bunbury. Brad Blake, motor issues sidelined him after the 1st round. He's back again tonight and is set for a big way. The most winningest driver in late model history here in Australia is back for a vengeance and looks to be one of the hot set picks for tonight's racing. We've also got a couple of locals. Paul Joss in the field from Collie. He lives this track. He raced junior sedans, upwards now to late models. And also, a bit of a fun story for myself. My father is in this track. Ken Melvin, driving the 42 machine. A little bit of a different livery for himself. But for me, it's just a little bit of pride to see that my father is still doing it at 53 years of age. So ladies and gentlemen, get back in your seats. We're going to throw some late model racing right into your living room.
Jaron Bilby and W3019 of Simon McNabb. We're underway with heat number 1 of round 3 of the Late Model Invasion Tour, brought to you by the Candilo Steel City. And Kai Blight got a fantastic start on the outside in the WA number 41 Longhorn chassis. He leads him down the back straight away for the first of 10 occasions. Here comes New Waverly, Texas, American Tyler Erb, trying to find a way past. Brad Blake quickly up in a 3rd place from the 3rd row. The Zero Machine from Bunbury. David Doherty, Michael Holmes is 5th from Matt Goodlad and Jaron Bilby. Down the back straight away for the 2nd time, and Kai Blight's opening lap, a 16.064 as he comes to the front straight away for the 2nd time. There was just 0.59 of a second that time between Blight in 41 and the USA number 10, the Rocket, the XR1 Rocket of Tyler Erb, as he closes the gap on our race leader as they come out of Palmer's Corner for the 3rd time. Everybody watching at home as we got one around in turn number 2. It's the WA number 39. Of Jaron Bilby in the Revolution race car in the southwest as Blight leads him to the green flag. We're back underway. 7 laps remaining here in the first heat race of the night for the USA Late Model Invasion Tour. Tyler Erb looks to the inside of the Longhorn as they go out of turn number 2 and down the back straight away the 10 car pokes the nose underneath. As Brad Blake still runs in 3rd place as they come out of turn number 4, and Tyler Erb is absolutely hustling on the back bumper of the Blaster Electrics 41 Longhorn through Cardinals Corner. Brought to you by Coates Hire. They're really closing the gap this time around as Tyler Erb with 2 laps remaining back to 2.16 of a second. Blight runs wide and Tyler Erb does not have to be asked twice. The USA number 10 hits the race lead. Blight back to 2nd from Doherty, Michael Holmes rounding out your top 5, but down the back straight away for the last time. The opening heat race of the night will go to the USA number 10, the XR1 Rocket of Tyler Erb. Speedways, they come out of turn number 4, 10 laps ahead of them. Green lights, come on, we are racing. And Ryan Fennick from New South Wales got a very good start as they're 2 and 3 wide back through the field. And here comes the Victoria number 10 of Cameron Pearson as wanders around.
Look like you're packing up and going home, but look at you're back here for round number 3.
Yeah, mate, we were nearly going to head back across the Nullarbor, but Justin Pearson, the Pearson family and HTD Racing, they chipped in. Thanks, buddy. And yeah, they're going to let us run their backup motor, and we're overwhelmed with support that we got from them, and also the Blight family. They let us work out of the shop this week, so it's been an unreal week, and it just shows how good the people in this sport really are.
The gap is really starting to close up between our leaders, Fennick, Pearson, and also the 31 from Western Australia of Paul Stubber. Continues to lead. He started on the pole position in the New South Wales number 29. Come out of turn number 4 with 1 to run of the Make Smoking History Collie Speedway. He's got 0.966 of a second back to the 10 car of Pearson, 31 Paul Stubber. Lee Watt, Chris Pavlovich in 5th from Goldsey and Meganstock. with Amajiri and Chalmers on the infield, but Ryan Fenning takes the victory. Of Willie Powell, 8 starters, 10 laps of journey. This one brought to you by the Central Garage Racing. The third and final heat of the opening round. And Craig Vosbergen got a great start as the American hustles his way down the inside. That's the 51 of Devon Moran as Jeff Roth and Jason Fitzgerald battle wheel to wheel for 4th and 5th place. The Americans getting busy. So they come out of turn number 4 for the first time. And the Western Australian number 8 of Craig Vosbergen trying to become the first Western Australian to win a heat race tonight with 6 laps remaining in heat number 3. This one brought to you by the Central Garage, and it's really closed up at the front. There was only 0.9 of a second that last time around. Nicastri runs wide, and the American Devon Moran doesn't have to be asked twice. He moves through into second place as Nicastri now has Fitzgerald trying to find a way past. We're halfway home here in heat number 3. 5 down and 5 remaining as now Jeff Roth spins down there in Cardinals corner. This run brought to you by the Central Garage. Come out of turn number 4. West Australian leading. 2 Americans and New South Wales. Ben Nicastri back underway. 5 down and 5 remaining. Fitzgerald goes to the top side of the racetrack. Right around the outside of Ben Nicastri, if you don't mind. Nicastri trying to fight back, but I think it's going to be to no avail. And Jason Fitzgerald, the fastest man on the racetrack, is storming his way forward for the USA 7. That Longhorn has found a better racetrack to work with. Of Uncle Sam's finest in Devon Moran and Jason Fitzgerald. So come out of turn number 4 and greet the white flag. 1 to run of the Make Smoking History Collie Speedway. It's Vosbergen from Moran and Fitzgerald out of turn number 2. Vosbergen has a handy lead now. Fitzgerald's going to try and go the top side into turns 3 and 4. Not much racetrack to work with out there at the moment, and Vosbergen will win.
So we get set to go once again. And Godsey reiterates what he did. Oh, big touch between Cameron Pearce and Kaya Blight as Bilby just balked. He goes to the infield. The lights stay green. And out like a country mile is Godsey. Paul Joss now in a second place ahead of Cameron Pearce and Kaya Blight. Your top 4. Great start as well by the 91 machine as Ryan Fennick dives off the inside. That was Michael Holmes. But Godsey already by a quarter of a track. He leads by over 2 seconds from Paul Joss, who's got Pearson, Blight and Fennick breathing down his neck. The local hope runs in second. To the top shelf, over under into turn number 4. Pearson takes over second. Joss back to third. Then it's Kyle Blight, Ryan Fennick, your top 5. You can throw a blanket over the drivers fighting for second, third and 4th. And Joss has got trouble. Blight's able to go on the inside. Done. Blight now to second. He's now got 2 second placings if he can continue on. But here comes Fennick. Fennick also passed Cam Pearson, who drops to 4th. All in the meantime, your race leader is absolutely home and hose as Fennick to the outside. Still in 3rd place, though, in the N29. Makes a bit of a mistake into turn number 1. Chalmers for the N29 as Pearson back on the inside. Wouldn't have it ever so easy in a stacked field like this one, including Blight, Pearson and Fennick. But into Palmer's for the 10th and final time, ladies and gentlemen. The Yanks get another one. Heat number 4 goes the way of Joe Godsey.
Vosbergen, Watt and Paul Stubber from the back of the bus. 10 laps ahead of him. Heat number 5 brought to you by Caltex here in Collie. And Jaden Meckenstock from Pole got a pretty good start. There's Moran and Amajiri made a bit of contact. Mid-corner down there in turns 1 and 2 as the USA number 51 goes to the top shelf. He goes around the outside of Amajiri and Callahan as Amajiri now spins and he heads across the bike track, if you don't mind, and rejoins at the tail of the field, but has not lost much ground as Moran continues to work the top side on Nathan Callahan. He moves into second place, and the Valvoline USA number 51 very shortly will be in the race lead. He goes to the top side on the 60 at Meckenstock, and Moran hits the race lead here in the front straight. Meckenstock back to second. He's got Nathan Callahan trying to work the inside of the 60 car, and a fantastic move down the inside. Nathan Callahan, long time saloon car, bitumen racer, right on lap 4 of 10. There'll be 5 to run next time around as Vosbergen continues to work the bottom side on Meckenstock. And the WA number 8 moves into 3rd. Meckenstock back to 4th. He's got now Lee Watt and Paul Stubber in 31 trying to work down the inside. The 60 car. A little bit untidy on the exit of turn number 4. He opens the door for Lethal Lee Watt to try and find a way past. Watt on the inside in 10. And Tris tries to manhandle his way down the inside of Meckenstock. Meckenstock back to 5th. He's now got Paul Subber and Daniel Amajuri in 83. Trying to find a way past as they come out of turn number 4. Stubber now moves into 5th. Standings. Leads down the back straight away by a healthy margin. He'll bring the Valvoline USA number 51 out of turn number 4 and collect the victory.
Is underway. And the top 3 start to fall away as Fitzgerald tries to look to the inside, but one man trying to run the gauntlet. Looking for a good run on round number 1. Wasn't meant to be. We didn't see him in round number 2. Brad Blake, what happened?
Well, the engine was getting hot in the heats, and then, you know, I just took it for granted that everything would be okay. And you know, I found out later a lot of cars were getting hot, but you know, we qualified 6th, and I was up in about 5th spot and just holding my own there, and I was really content sitting behind Kai and Stubber there, and it got quite warm, I must admit, but then it stumbled coming off turn 2, and I sort of was a bit worried, and it stumbled coming off turn 4, and I just shut it down straight away.
Carney and Fitzgerald now 3 wide for 3rd place as Blake slingshots around the outside, takes over 2nd place. We got one car spun. Ben Nicastro spun on turn number 3. Racing. Brad Blake straight to the outside of Willie Power in the Cardinals corner and takes a race lead and spins out. Oh, Jesus. From chocolates to boiled lollies for the O-Show, Brad Blake will just moves to 2nd place behind Willie Power, who leads as Big Nab and Tyler Erb do battle. Erb, who was in 7th place a lap ago, now looks to the outside of Jay Carney, while Fitzgerald's on the outside of Willie Power. Fitzgerald to the lead, Power to 2nd, and 3rd place is now Tyler Erb. Jay Carney as the top 4 have skirted off, sits in 4th. Then it's Big Nab, Daldy, Nicastro, Goodlad, and Brad Blake, who was in the lead for all of about 2 seconds, as Tyler Erb to the outside takes over 2nd place from Willie Power. As Jay Carney dives to the inside of Willie Power, and Dave Doherty right around the outside of 2 of them from 5th to almost 3rd. Carney almost into the wall, regathers, holds on to 3rd place, but out of turn number 2, Fitzgerald has got it. He'll hold on for grim death over Tyler Erb. Out of Palmer's they go. The USA 7 has won it as Dave Doherty with one last go.
Jason Fitzgerald and Kai Blight, 2 laps of journey, pole shuffle style deal. 2 Longhorns racing, and Fitzgerald got the best of the starters. Kai Blight goes super deep in the Cardinals corner with an absolutely outstanding pass right around the outside, and the Blights are electrics. Longhorn, Western Australia number 41. He is on the hustle here tonight for the Make-Smoking History Collie Speedway. Past the start finish line, opening lap time of 16.669 for Kai Blight. Fitzgerald in hot pursuit. What has the USA number 7 got? In response, they come through Palmer's corner for the last time, and Kai Blight does it if you don't mind. What a unbelievable pass. Here in Western Australia this week, underway. 2 laps ahead of him, and Ryan Fennick got the best of the start. Can we go through with all Australian victories in this? He just props a little bit in front of Moran, who just had to jump on the brake pedal in Cardinals corner the first time around. Was Moran got up his sleeve to try and find a way back past the New South Welshman of Ryan Fennick. Opening lap time of Fennick is 17.870, so not quite as quick as we saw from Kai Blight. As he comes out of turn 2, it's going to be Australians, 2 from 2. Moran's got nothing for Ryan Fennick in a borrowed engine on board, the rocket chassis number 29. He gets the victory in Ryan Fennick. What's he got for our local hero, Craig Vosbergen, the 2-time West Australian champion, and Vosbergen gets an outstanding start on the outside. The Jets cheer him home. Australia get those Australian flags going, and the Maxwell Racing Oils rocket has the race lead. Craig Vosbergen, Tyler Erb, you know he's not going to die wondering. He's absolutely going to throw the USA number 10 around the Make-Smoking History Collie Speedway. He looks to the inside of Vosbergen. They're both off the loud pedal through turns 1 and 2 that time around. Erb is right on his back bumper. He goes to the top side. Does the USA number 10? If you don't mind, race fans, around the outside. Unbelievable. What a move from Tyler Erb, just 21 years of age, from Texas.
It's underway.
And we see a duplicate start from the top two. Craig Vosbergen on the outside getting the better of Tyler Erb. Then it's Fitzgerald, Moran, Ryan Fennick and Kyle Blythe. They work their way into Palmer's corner for the first time. Oh, baby. Erb on the outside. Has got him. Erb back in front by 0.03 of a second. Continues the outside line. It's Erb who leads from Vosbergen as Lee Watt is out. Massive damage to the right rear of the 10 Shield Motorsport car. Out of pump as they go. The yellows have come on. Michael Holmes is situated right here on the front straight. Can anyone dethrone Tyler Erb? It's been superb so far tonight. So Erb, who went the outside of Craig Vosbergen on lap number 1, leads him down for the restart. Fitzgerald, Moran and Ryan Fennick still your top 5. 6th place is Kyle Blythe, then it's Cam Pearson, Paul Stubber, Joe Gossi. Oh, we got 2 in contact. That was Dave Doherty and Jay Carney. Out of Palmer's corner is car number 10, the XR1 rocket for HDD Racing from Victoria. It's Tyler Erb. Battle for 3rd place continues between Fitzgerald, Moran and Ryan Fennick. 6th place is still Kyle Blythe, then it's Pearson and Stubber. They all settle themselves in. So we got 26 laps to go. Erb leads by a whopping 1.9 seconds over Craig Vosbergen. As Moran now looks to the outside of Fitzgerald. The 2 of them lock odds. Sideways for Moran. Diving to the inside was Fennick. And Fennick will come over with 4th place. Never say die though for Devon Moran. The 2 of them are side by side. Moran fights back, but it's not enough. Fennick now to 4th. 5th place is now Devon Moran. 6th is Kyle Blythe. Then it's Stubber, Cam Pearson, Gossi. Dave Doherty is 10th place. Your leader though on the back bumper of lap traffic. And there's a big conveyor of them as well, headed up by Jaden Meckenstock. Is Michael Holmes as we go, oh, one around, one upside down. One on its side, in fact. The Reds are going to have to come on. Jay Carney has put the car on its side.
I've never ever seen that before.
No.
I've seen it roll upside down, but not lie on its side like that.
Vosbergen, Fitzgerald, your top 3. Erb just leaves that little bit of a gap open into turn number 1. Just gives a bit of a sniff to Craig Vosbergen, who looked to the inside. But he is absolutely out like a rocket in the rocket. Erb leads from Vosbergen, Fitzgerald, who's now got Ryan Fennick and Devon Moran breathing down his neck. Kyle Blythe still in 6th place ahead of his boss Paul Stubber 7th. Then it's Pearson, Joe Gossi and Dave Doherty. Your leader though, with 23 laps to go, got the quickest time on track at the moment with a 16.457. Goes past the CMS side along the back straight. Himself and Vosbergen have opened up a handy lead. The battle though is for 3rd, 4th and 5th between Fitzgerald, Fennick and Devon Moran. The 3 then will lock on. 6th place is still Kyle Blythe, Paul Stubber. Then it's Pearson and Gossi with Dave Doherty rounding out your top 10. 11th is Brad Blake, then it's Callahan, Meckenstock, Willie Power. As the 2 last drivers on the field, Michael Holmes and Paul Joss do battle. Holmes gets on the inside of Paul Joss. The battle for who's also looking to the outside of Michael Holmes. Joss gets the better of Holmes. And Tyler Erb is just waiting there. He's got 2 drivers fighting side by side, racing for position, and Erb is locked away. Willie Powell's also there. It's a 3-way battle for 15th, 16th and 17th. Erb can't find a way through, and he almost spins. Willie Powell there, locked the anchors right in front of the race leader. Erb gets the better of Powell. He dived to the inside. 17 to go. This time it's Paul Joss in front of the race leader. As Craig Vosbergen looks for a way past Willie Powell. The gap's still quite marginal. It's 1.2 seconds as Joss now has got the race leader breathing down his neck. Vosbergen's got the better of Willie Powell. The gap is closed. Marginally, it's 1.1 seconds as Erb has looked past the outside of the 69 of Paul Joss. He now has Meckenstock and Michael Holmes doing battle. 15 to go this time round. Can Tyler Erb find a way through?
Fitzgerald, Devon Moran and Ryan Fennick. Also Kyle Blythe and Paul Stubber. Their line is stern for 2nd on, back to 7th place. To go to turn number 2 and down the back straight away. Moran goes to the top shelf on Jason Fitzgerald. He looks to the inside now on the exit of turn number 4. We have 12 laps remaining. here at Collie, the third and penultimate night of the USA Late Model Invasion Tour, and Jason Fitzgerald very shortly will be in second place. Moran, the nearly 3 wide for second. Moran goes a big outside move and has now found his way into third. Moran to third. Around the outside of Osbergen. Fitzgerald back to fourth, but Fennick, Blight and Stubber right in the mix. They're all getting bolted up by the slower cars of Jaden Meganstock and Paul Joss with 10 laps remaining. It's Tyler Erb by nearly a quarter of a lap lead as Michael Holmes now retires from the race. It's Vosbergen getting seriously converted. Oh, Ryan Fennick over the side of Jason Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald's got big damage. The car number 7. Fennick and Fitzgerald are battling over 4th and 5th place, and they've made wheel-to-wheel contact on the entrance at turn number 1. Morgan Melvin, how did you see that one? Massive. About went into second place. He managed to find a way past Fitzgerald as Vosbergen fought back on the USA number 7. Ryan Fennick with some damage to the right-hand side of the New South Wales number 29 as Jason Fitzgerald comes to a stop here in the front straight. Definitely the nose cone with some damage on the USA number 7 for Colonial Freight Lines. As they come out of turn number 4, back underway, still 10 laps remaining. And Devon Moran straight away will try and work the bottom side. On the Western Australian number 8 of Vosbergen in front of him is Meganstock. Now retires with a flat right front tyre. You're going to crawl the 60 car off the racetrack, and the green lights will stay on with a 9 to run this time around out of turn number 4, Linus Stern, as Cameron Pearson and Jay Gotzi battling over 8th and 9th. Gotzi working the bottom side. Out of turn number 2, down the back straight away for the last time. And the USA number 10 will go to victory lane once again in Western Australia. Tyler Erb.
Winner tonight, 2 in a row, Tyler Erb. You got this thing rolling.
Yeah, it's been really good. We had a couple days off there and got everything pretty much done Tuesday, so we got to go have a little bit of fun. And really, it's me and Phil have been working on this car. He probably doesn't get a lot of credit, but that's the main man over here. He nut and bolts this thing, works on it, and does a lot of stuff I really don't want to do. So it's been really good, and hopefully we can get Cameron to finish a race here. He's just excited, young. I've been in his shoes many times, but I really just cannot thank Justin Pearson, Kelly, Cam, Phil. I can't thank them enough. Late model racing in Australia, this is a really cool deal that they put on, and you know what I mean? You wouldn't really imagine being over here in January 4 or 5 years ago when I was sitting in high school watching Dirt on Dirt highlights. So this is just really awesome, and Vosberg did a really good job. Moran, we're just having a blast parking by my bud here, Ryan. It's just a really fun time. It's kind of like back when I first started racing. It's just real relaxed. Nobody's in a hurry. These guys rolled out and the left side door was touching his helmet, and it was just like another day at the office. You know what I mean? It's just a totally different type of racing, but it's really fun, and it makes it even better when you run good.
This trip to Australia must feel like it's like a bit of a dream, for real, because you start your season here in 100-degree heat. You're near the beaches. It must just feel absolute perfection.
Oh, yeah. This is what it's like where I live at home about July, not right now, and to be honest, to get winds rolling like this is just all I need, man. The more I race, the better I do, and like last year, I got 3 wins total, and I've already got 2 now. So maybe this is the year we really turn the corner, and I really think it is. This is probably the best thing I could do besides testing, driving a car that's identical to mine with all the same suspension and everything underneath it. This is really just a perfect scenario right now.
A win tomorrow in Albany will make you the second winniest driver in this series. Only Steve Francis, who's won 16 here. That must feel pretty cool.
Yeah, Francis, he's got 30, 40 years on me. Not that much. Sorry, bud. Don't get mad. Don't check my deck at the first Lucas race. But no, it's really cool, man. I read today Casebolt won a race. One of my good buddies. Like, there's just a lot of people that have been here, Jeep, and they've been in and out, and it's just I'd like to be a mainstay and just be on here for as many years as I can, because this is just a really cool deal and something I've always enjoyed doing.
Start of the night as well in that feature race. Vosbergen got the best of you. We saw it in the dash. Were you able to work around the outside of it? Did you just know that there was going to be something there?
Man, in that dash, I had nothing to lose. There was nobody behind me, and it worked for me in that second heat race, and I knew he was not going to give me the top. We should have just switched in both races because he was going straight to the bottom, and I don't know, it worked pretty good in that dash, and then once he got the jump on me again in that feature, I figured I might as well go back up there, and they worked the track, and actually I've heard a lot of bad things about this place, and it raced really well. I mean, if you wanted to pass guys, you just had to get up on the wheel and drive around them or wait for them to make a mistake, and you could drive underneath them. It raced a lot better than expected, and that's just a tip the hat to the people that work the racetrack and everybody that's involved in this.
especially when we got into those middle stages where you had quite a lead. We got into lap traffic and they were racing for position. Was there a situation where you just thought, I'll wait and see how I go, or was it just, I've got to find a way through?
Man, at the very, very beginning there, I was really charging through traffic, and then once I passed, I think I passed like 4 or 5 of them, and I told myself to just kind of slow down, and I got behind one guy that was making good laps, and I just kind of maintained, and then we had some cautions, and when we had 10 to go on that last run, I really just turned it on, you know what I mean? It was, if we blow a tire, if anything happens, it's going to happen, so not going to give it away from lack of effort.
Tomorrow's the end of the trip, the end of the road here for Australia. How do you feel about going to another brand new track?
Man, I'm excited. This is really cool. I'm going to have to get a map when I get home and start putting pinpoints at all the places I've raced. So it's really cool. I'm super excited.
Second place tonight, the first Australian home, Craig Vosberg. And Craig, you've had a lot of success at this racetrack. To finish second to Tyler Erb, though, it must tickle you to death.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, Turbo's a hell of a wheelman, and he proved that tonight. You know, he rounded me up twice, and I knew I sort of had a chance there, and I got to the front, and I would have liked to hang out for 5 laps because the top would have blown off by then, but he knew that too, so he was pushing pretty hard, and yeah, to finish second to him, you know, it's a great result for us. And I mean, we had Devon hot on our heels as well, which, you know, it was a good race all over.
Twice tonight he's now found a way around the outside of you. At the start there, you went straight to the bottom, you got past him. Did you think maybe this is the chance I'm going to win it?
Oh, look, I was trying to cover my line, but you know, I was also trying to give him a little bit of room if I could hear him there, and I didn't want to sort of cause any problems. And yeah, that's the way it come out. And congratulations to him and Devon for his 3rd spot. And yeah, it's great racing with guys like that. You know, it's clean, fun racing.
Especially after what happened last Sunday when you were unable to finish after an incident during a yellow light, to come back and rebound like a situation like this to finish second, got to give you that team a boost.
Yeah, it was a huge effort by the boys this week. You know, Brent, my son, and Chris and Fonzie and that, you know, we worked our tails off this week, you know, midnight every night to get this back on the track, and, you know, ran flawlessly tonight. I couldn't ask for a better car, and, you know, that was, when I got past, you know, I could probably have done things differently, but, you know, that's the way it goes, and it was still a great race.
Started 3rd, finished 3rd tonight here at the Quick Collie Speedway. Devon Moran. Devon, you went back in those earlier stages, but you're able to claw yourself back.
Yeah, I finally got that first podium finish, but I definitely had to work for it. We fell back though. I tried to move up to the top and just wasn't ready yet, so fell back to 5th or 6th or wherever it was, and moved back down, and slowly just had to pick them off there.
Track Curator's decided to have a grade just before the feature race. Did it make it a little bit more challenging from what we saw earlier on in the night?
Really, I don't know if it was better or worse, because it still raced okay for what it was, but we'll just get through with this podium finish and try to make ourselves a little better tomorrow.
Tomorrow night we move to Albany's Atwell Park Speedway, completely different configuration again, and you've had a podium finishes there, so you've got to feel a bit of a boost.
Yeah, I love the configuration of that track and the banking. It's really nice. They said they put some new dirt on it for this year, though, so we'll go down there and kind of feel it out a little bit, and hopefully we can get 2 spots better for the feature.